She's fighting with like Mbappe's mother and
Oh,
Mbappe's dad.
then he's suitable for United, you know? Like, unless I'd say they're easy to get top 4.
Exactly. This is why I wanted to put them as 4th. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Chatbox, a podcast. This is episode number 4? 3? Okay.
3, yeah.
Okay, episode number 3.
If you're counting from the Premier League predictions. Then,
no,
if not, then it's 4.
Yeah, it's episode 4. Number 4. Yeah.
Yeah, 4.
Episode number 4. We are back after 1 game week's worth of matches already done. And we're going to be looking ahead to game week 2 as well and make our predictions as well. But let's first of all dive deep into what happened in game week 1. And I'm joined with my host, Arvin. How you doing? Co-host Arvin.
Not that great.
Oh no, why you say
Not
that?
Great. I was excited for United match and then let down like that. So
I know, right? You messaged me and I was like, well, there goes the excitement in one half.
Oh, as soon as I saw the way we gave away the first goal, I was like, you know what? This is gonna be like another repeat of last season.
Oh no, yeah, I think that's what's lined up for us. But we'll speak about the United game when we get to it. But let's start off with the season opener, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Arsenal won 2-0. What did you think about that game?
Well, that was a very solid game for Arsenal. Especially William Saliba and Zinchenko. They were very solid players. I would start Zinchenko as the main left back.
Yeah.
He was very solid. Arteta knew what to do with him. William Saliba was exceptional. He was like everywhere with the ball, making all the necessary tackles and stuff. Hardly gave Crystal Palace a chance. There were a few good chances that Crystal Palace could have taken and got a goal, but overall it was more Arsenal that was like dominating the game. This game is if this game is a good indicator of what's gonna come for Arsenal this season, I'd say they're easy to get top 4.
Exactly. This is why I wanted to put them as 4th. And this is where I'm like, guys, bias aside, in our Premier League predictions, I think both of us agree that Arsenal might end up in 4th place.
Yeah, we can't agree. Yeah, they'll come 4th. Yeah. But I'm still hoping that we sign a good midfield player before the end of the season.
If we end up signing Rabiot, that's a different story.
Oh yeah, no, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, Arsenal was in total control of the game.
Yeah.
They didn't look like they were at any point struggling throughout the match. Jesus was solid for them. Martinelli continuing his good form. Oh, I should have put Martinelli on my FPL team.
I know. I didn't know. I completely forgot that you didn't have Martinelli. I was like, oh,
no, I was gonna put it, but I forgot. I was like, oh. As soon as he started playing, he was just in total control.
Yeah.
Good game, Arsenal. Good game.
Yeah, I think they played well. There were a few nervous moments of where Ramsdale like almost like messed around too much. But overall they were pretty good. Like Williams, like Saliba, he's come back after loan. Now a French international as well, so he's looking pretty solid. And this is why I think, like, for now, I think Arsenal have what it takes to finish in that top 4 spot. The question we'll have to see is when the European fixtures start. Can they handle the 2 games a week? Because last season they kind of collapsed when they had to play 2 games a week.
That's the only issue that they'll probably face. How are they going to manage their players and stuff?
Yeah,
but they have quality players now.
Yeah,
it's a very young side. They're going to add more quality players as well. So I feel like Arteta would definitely know what to do this season now that he has the backing of the players and the fans.
Yep,
and the board as well.
Yeah,
so
I'd agree. Yeah, we'll see how. Well, Aman wasn't too convinced that we put Arsenal higher, but I think Arsenal have what it takes to try and finish top 4. But we'll have to see. Again, we put the caveat that Europa League and everything can be a factor.
I mean, look, if knowing Arsenal, they start well,
and then they fall off.
And then they revert back to the shenanigans.
Yeah.
So it could happen, but at this point, I'd say they finished top 4.
Yeah, fair enough. Crystal Palace wise, I still think maybe they were okay, but
they were okay, but they rarely got any good chances to convert. So no, I don't think they still have a lot of work to do. But let's see.
Let's see how they do. I think Liverpool next. We'll see what they do with regards to that. But talking about Liverpool, Liverpool versus Fulham, probably the bigger upset of the week, I would say. What do you think?
Oh, that first half was like everyone just off the Liverpool team.
Yeah.
Diaz didn't know what he was doing. The team lacked like any good. The midfield was horrible.
Liverpool side or
Yeah, Fulham was dominating the midfield. This thing. Um, as soon as they got the hold of the ball, mostly Mitrovic had like easy good run-ins and stuff. Mitrovic is now finally looking like he's ready for the Premier
yeah,
League.
he is
Uh,
he is different compared to what he was before, and I think that's
yeah,
because like Fulham are actually playing to his strengths
yeah,
compared to previous times. You're talking about midfield. Yeah, and what I noticed, like from watching the game and also like when they did the analysis of the game, Fulham pressed Liverpool's midfield quite a lot. So they didn't give Fulham, I mean, they didn't give Liverpool time to like play the ball and everything. And then added to that, you have Thiago's injury.
yeah.
That's a bit of a setback for Liverpool. We'll have to see who plays, whether Harvey Elliott continues to play in that position. But yeah, I'd agree. Probably Liverpool didn't expect that as well. They didn't expect Fulham to come like that and approach the game like that as
Coming
well.
like that. Yeah, they like fully went after them for the ball and stuff, and then made it possible for Mitrovic to make the run
Yep.
and get his first goal and stuff. But it was a good comeback still. After that, the thing, Nunes, good start.
Yeah.
Good
I mean,
start.
we said he will get goals, he will get
Yeah,
chances. It was just his positioning that we were, I mean, his passing that we weren't sure about.
he got an assist,
Yeah.
so
I mean, that assist that I
it
tweeted
still counts.
what was it, 100 IQ pass because it was technically a shot. He just
Yeah.
miscontrolled it. um, but I mean, it does count as an assist. But like, yeah, Salah just happened to be at the right place at the right time. But yeah,
No.
he will get chances. Like Liverpool are
Mm,
set to, like their system is set in such a way that he will actually thrive in that system.
yeah. Another concerning matter would be for Alexander Arnold. It looks like they're starting to attack more on his side.
See, he was never good at defending. I never thought he was a good defender.
Yeah, but now teams are actually starting to attack.
Mm.
Like they respect his attacking this thing, but his defensive side, they're like,
He's not as great. Yeah.
he's not as great.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
especially the first goal where Kenny Teddy put that cross from
Yep.
Alexander Arnold's side.
He
He
didn't
was,
know Mitrovic was behind him at all. Yep.
yeah, he was completely lost.
Yep. Yep.
So
That I'd agree.
I would say Alexander Arnold has to work on that bit. Otherwise, no way are they going to beat City with that form.
Well, he doesn't have to face Mitrovic in Gameweek 2. Probably play Zaha on that side. But Zaha is not going to be towering over him. But again, Zaha is a tricky winger to deal with. So we'll have to see what happens for that. In terms of, okay, I guess we kind of touched both sides. Darwin Nunes probably will hit the goal predictions that we kind of said, where we said like 10, 15 goals maybe. And I think
It's a 10 plus goals.
Yeah, he'll definitely hit that. Anything else to add from this game?
Not really. It's sort of like unexpected. Like Liverpool to struggle early on, and then they somehow found their form. But Mitrovic looked good. Nunes looked good.
Yeah.
So let's see. I think this season there's going to be a lot of goals.
Yeah, we'll have to see. This is very interesting. And Haaland, we'll speak with Haaland when we get to him as well. This guy's going to run away with it. But yeah, good game. We'll see how it goes. I think the next one I've got is Spurs Southampton, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's Bournemouth Aston Villa.
Okay, Bournemouth Aston Villa. So again, talking about shockers, this was another shocker. I did not expect this at all.
Same. I did not expect this. I'm like, I feel like after watching that match, Gerrard probably might be the first to get sacked.
I've said this stat before now. I said it on the FPL podcast and I'm mentioning it here. I heard this from Rio's Vibe with 5 show. And it was that Steven Gerrard has the same win percentage as Gary Neville at Valencia. So Steven Gerrard's win percentage at Aston Villa is the same as Gary Neville's at Valencia.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, if that's any good indication, then definitely a sacking is coming soon.
So there was people asking who's the better manager, Steven Gerrard or Frank Lampard. I think we might have to start eventually asking who will be the first manager to sack.
Who's the worst manager? You can't ask who's the better manager.
That's also true. I mean, if you have the record of like Gary Neville had in Valencia, then I mean we have to think about it again. But it was a shocker.
It was a shocker. Yeah. Like I expected Bai to perform well, and Bai was all over the place. He was not putting the cross in, making the pass and stuff. Ings was also not getting the chances and stuff.
I didn't expect Ings to start. I thought Watkins will start, but who knows?
But Ings looked lost and stuff. I did not expect, especially Solanke to play better than Coutinho and Bai.
Yeah, that's
but
what.
It was not a match that you'd.
I mean, after the comments that Bournemouth's manager made, saying that they're weaker and all of that, and then they go and put in this performance, and Aston Villa, on the other hand, didn't really get a sniff. So we'll have to see.
Probably a mind game.
Probably. I mean, if there was a mind game, he played all of us.
Yeah,
including Gerrard.
I mean, with that back three was solid the entire game. But it was not a game that you'd want to watch and you just watch the highlights.
Yeah, fair enough.
But looking at the highlights, the back three was solid.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, I'm not gonna say I'm still gonna say Bournemouth might get relegated.
Yep.
It's just that Aston Villa was so bad.
Yep.
They look Bournemouth good, so
fair enough. We'll see.
Not much to say about this match.
Yeah. Moving on. So we've got a couple games. Where do you want to go? Leeds Wolves or Newcastle Forest?
Newcastle Forest.
Okay. Newcastle Forest. Newcastle won 2-0. Kind of expected. I think we all expected no real shockers. Callum Wilson scoring goals. Before we started this, you mentioned they have a really good number 6.
Yes.
Bruno Jimenez.
Yeah.
Solid. The best Bruno in the Premier League. We never know. But yeah, right now, maybe not. Maybe right now, maybe he is the best Bruno in the Premier League.
Look, solid player.
Yeah.
He just dominated that midfield. Nottingham Forest, no chance. I did not expect I didn't expect them to score a goal with the form Bruno Jimenez is. He had the most tackles, most duels won, most fouls won. Solid performance. If he keeps his form, Newcastle could be easy top 10.
Yeah, I'd agree. Should we have to revisit our Premier League predictions? Probably not. Let's just keep it as it is and we'll see how we do. But I can already see like things changing.
Yeah, you could say after week 6 we should reevaluate it.
Maybe. I think we'll do that. We'll somewhere around after like the transfer window shut and they've got the couple players for like another 2 weeks, then we'll probably reevaluate and see how the teams are. But yeah, Newcastle looking good, defensively solid. I mean, they've got a good defense. Trippier, Botman, Dan Burn, Nick Pope, Matt Target. So it's a pretty solid defense.
Yeah.
Good, decent midfield. Attack, as long as Callum Wilson is fit, I think they'll be fine. And
they'll be fine.
Will end up. They could potentially fight for that 8th, 7th spot for Europa League positions. And if they do, that'll be a very successful season for them.
It'll be a very good season.
Yeah.
Good season.
So we'll see how they go. But so far, early signs promising, really good. Leeds versus Wolves.
Oh, I didn't expect Leeds to win it, but
same.
It was two bad players, 2 bad teams who are really not gonna do much in the Premier League. So it was just like watching, just for the sake of watching it.
One thing I will say though, just because I know we have a couple of Leeds fans on the channel as well, who watch, I liked their new signing. I keep mispronouncing his name, but I'm gonna try it again. Aronson, I think so. I'm probably mispronouncing and butchering that name. I'm so sorry, but he looked very lively from what I saw. The USA kid. Now he played under Jesse Marsh, I think, when they were at RB Salzburg. So he knows this guy properly. He looked lively. Bamford, if Bamford can stay fit, then he is a good option for Leeds and will get goals. I think it's reliant on Bamford also being able to stay fit for Leeds to have a good season. Wolves, they were attacking, but I think that loss of Jimenez is a bit of a worry. However, they have just signed Goncalo Guedes from Valencia, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check that while we this thing. Are you checking that?
Yes.
Guedes. Yeah, from Valencia. They've just signed Guedes from Valencia. And he could be a pretty good option, to be honest. How much did he get signed for? I'm not really sure. Let me check that. I should have bought. These are the kind of quality podcasts that you guys like to listen to. We're checking stats on the fly. So he came to Wolves for apparently 40 million euros. So pretty big money signing for Wolves. Decent, I would say decent performance in La Liga. He played 146 games, 28 goals, 28 assists. Not too bad, not great as well, but he's a pretty good player from what I've seen. Like couple games of him can cause problems. Not too bad, and for Portugal as well, he's pretty decent. So maybe he could be an option going forward to try and help them a bit more in the attacking sense. But yeah, we'll have to see. I don't expect them to do too much. I think Wolves will be mid-table. Leeds, if they can have Bamford fit, could avoid that drop as well and survive. Yeah. Then it is Chelsea versus Everton. Or do you want to speak about Spurs Southampton?
Yeah, Spurs Southampton.
Okay, let's go Spurs Southampton.
That was such a good game. I love that was such a good game. Like he played without any of his new signings. He played without Oliver Skip and without Richarlison. And that team looks solid. Like that whole game, I was like, okay, this team could probably challenge Liverpool.
They probably might until the World Cup, and after that we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. Look, without any of the new signings, the same team, they were just solid throughout all this thing. Son and Kane did their job. But Sessegnon and Kulusevski, what a player.
Dude. So since he's joined the Premier League, only Son and Kane have scored more, have had more goal contributions than him.
Really?
Yeah. Jesus. That's like an insane stat that I saw.
Yeah.
So this guy is really good. I mean, how did they get him from Juventus for such a steal? I don't know. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, like great signing, amazing signing, and he's doing really well. And I think he is probably the main, like one of that front three. I don't think Richarlison can easily get in with these guys performing as great.
No, with the way Kulusevski performed against Southampton, I don't see him being dropped anytime soon.
Yeah.
I see him being the one of the top threes against the big matches. And since they're playing Chelsea next week,
that'll be a big game. We'll see what happens.
It'll be a big game. I see him playing really well against that defense. I won't be surprised if he like performs better than Son and Kane.
Maybe not, but
maybe not better than Son.
Yeah,
but
could have a better game than Kane at times. Yeah,
better game sometimes. Like he has that quality to make the pass.
Yeah, his passes are very accurate when you look at it. Like
very,
he puts in the ball like pretty good. And yeah, I think he played really well. Started off really well, but even like the rest of the Spurs team, the fullbacks. I mean, I thought Perisic was really good, but Sessegnon.
Oh my god!
Sessegnon with a goal. I mean, he's not as the same level as Perisic, but he's a pretty good backup if there was one.
Yeah, best backup back I've seen in the Premier League.
Yeah.
His stamina is just insane. He was like up and down all the time. That time when one of the Southampton wingers got through, he still made the run all the way to make the tackle. Insane defending that match, and obviously he got a goal as well, which is good. But yeah, this team looks solid, and I'll be keen for the next
maybe
6 months.
Yeah, we'll see what they do for the Chelsea Spurs game. I think Spurs will win it, but we'll discuss that when we're looking at our predictions as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, from Southampton's perspective, again, it's going to be a very tough season for them. At least that's what I think.
Yeah. Again, we expect Southampton to be the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's unexpected. It was kind of expected that they were going to lose the match easily to Spurs. So yeah, no surprises there.
Fair enough. Spurs looking strong, but moving on to the other side of London, Chelsea played Everton. I mean, it's a clean sheet for Chelsea, but I'm a bit worried where their goals are going to come from.
Yeah, look, now they lost
Timo Werner, gone.
Timo Werner.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't expect that. I got up this morning and I see goodbye Chelsea. I'm like, okay. What was that?
Like, I've had enough.
I was like, okay, so look, that match was just boring. Both teams look like
Everton don't have like Everton are they're going to have a very hard season. Like we predicted them for relegation. And then we saw the Calvert-Lewin news after we did the recording, and we're like, yeah, this is going to be a tough one.
It's going to be a tough one. Look, that game, Chelsea was just like playing the fool with Everton. It was like a training ground match. So, but then again, because Chelsea don't have a proper front three, look, if there was any team of three teams, that would have easily been a 5-0 match for them. But yeah, Chelsea with their front three, that whole match was just boring.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I don't know where their goals are going to come from, and while their fullbacks are great and do provide some level of attacking threat as well, you still need that. I mean, they're crying out for like a forward, I think.
They're crying out for a consistent goal scorer.
Yes, exactly. Someone who can actually get the goals in, fits Tuchel's system. And like you mentioned, I think last podcast, I mean, you won't be surprised if Tuchel does get the sack at the end of the season if he doesn't, I mean, deliver with this Chelsea team.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's see how they do against Spurs. But I don't see them.
No, I don't see them winning as well, unfortunately, for them.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. We never know. They're playing at Stamford Bridge. They have a good record at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, that's the thing I was going to say. I feel like this season might be if Spurs finally get a win
at Stamford Bridge.
At Stamford Bridge, yeah.
We'll see.
And especially if Spurs embarrass Chelsea at Stamford Bridge early on this season, it's just going to have a bad outlook.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure then on the manager from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. We'll have to see what happens. It's the big game for the weekend, so we'll see what happens actually.
Like it's the second week, and obviously they didn't have much time to prepare and stuff to understand how each player would fit in the system for Tuchel. So, and Conte already looks like he's drilled this team into what he wants. And he definitely can get the best out of each and every player. This is going to look like
it could be a one-sided game.
It could be a one-sided game.
I still think Chelsea have the quality. But we'll have to see. They're still searching for that. I think they're still searching for one more centre-back. And then there's the likes of Cucurella as well. I think Cucurella is a pretty good signing. But where is he going to play? Is he left centre-back or left wing-back? Maybe both he could potentially play. But I still think they need that one more centre-back. Is what they're searching for. I'm not really sure. But they do need a striker or someone who will be a focal point and can get them 20 plus goals a season. Yeah. All right. So that was the games on that day, and then we moved to the final day, which was unfortunately and sadly, we'll come to it later, but we'll start with Leicester versus Brentford. Leicester were doing well until Brendan Rodgers actually decided to be like, hey, I'm a manager, I can make substitutions. Went and made substitutions, and the whole game flipped. Where Brentford just went quick. The shots and everything just climbed. He took off Drewsbury Hall and all, and like, I mean, that just meant that Leicester lost the midfield battle, and then Brentford just took over, and end result 2-2.
I didn't watch the match, but I did see the first half, and I thought, okay, Leicester's leading, easy game.
Yeah.
Probably just one more goal and finish it off.
Yeah.
And then I look it up 2-2 or like.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I see the changes that they made, and they were just dominating.
Yeah.
The last 20 minutes. Like it looked fragile, that midfield, for some reason.
It's.
I
mean,
like Jamie Vardy didn't get any chance at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and they're linked with all their players are linked away with moves and all of that. Fofana is linked with. I don't know how Leicester managed to sell players for such high. Like Maguire for 80 million, Fofana apparently for 70 million has been linked.
Look, Maguire, they said that they were able to sell it because it was easy to pull Manchester United.
How are they selling this high? But yeah, anyways.
If it was any other team, no way they're gonna buy Maguire for 80 million.
Yeah, that's true. We're the only ones who are dumb enough to actually go and
dumb enough.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Tielemans linked with the move, Maddison linked, so we'll have to see. If they can keep their players, I mean, it's a good squad they have. As long as Brendan Rodgers doesn't muck up and mess up like what he did for that game. But yeah.
Yeah, look, if they lose Tielemans and Maddison, I'd say GG.
Yeah, kind of.
Bottom 10 easily.
Ooh, yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree.
Yeah. Bottom 10 easily.
Yeah.
No way are they winning. Tielemans is like was the only good player in that team.
Yeah, if they lose both of them, their midfield is just gone.
It's just gone.
Yeah.
Look, Vardy can't carry that team anymore now. It's not the same Vardy, so yeah, if they lose Tielemans, I'd say bottom 10. Fair
enough. Okay, that makes sense. Should we really talk about United, or we don't talk about United here? You know.
Yeah, there are already enough people talking. There are already people that are talking about it.
Exactly, like the game never happened, but yeah. I mean, Brentford.
I only saw 11 players on the pitch.
You only saw 11 players on the pitch. I mean, it was a training game where we just happened to like lend Brighton Old Trafford, and they came and they just like trained with their own selves and like went back. You know, nothing else.
Nothing else.
But in reality, same mistakes happened again.
Scott, what is it, Scott and Fred? I can't understand. Like, what is it, Scott and Fred? Like, what do they have against the managers to make them start?
I know, right? They have something. Like, how do they still start?
I don't know. I mean, when I messaged you, I'm excited for the match. It was like a minute before the lineup.
The first shot came in. Yeah.
No, it was a minute before the lineup was released.
Okay. And then you saw Scott McTominay.
I was like, oh no.
I mean, if they start again this week, then I've just lost hope.
Oh, yeah.
You surely can't. You have to drop one of them at least.
Look, I don't know why we're still pursuing De Jong.
Or he doesn't want to come.
Yeah. At this point, Barcelona are just trolling him.
Dude, Barcelona, another club. Like, Subi is like, oh, Barcelona, good club. But they're trying to sue their own player. But like, you know the contract we gave you? Yeah, no, that's not legitimate. We're going to now take action against you for the contract we gave you.
Yeah,
I mean, like, what?
No, but at least he's staying there. And even in that situation, if he still rejects United, have some shame. Have some shame and move on.
I saw a tweet that said De Jong was given the option between jail time and Man United, and he chose jail time.
Oh yeah, I would choose jail time as well.
Sad life. Why we become a banter club?
You know how I said we'll get top 4 if Maguire is consistent.
Consistent. If he's consistent on the bench, I will get top 4.
No, as soon as I saw the first goal, I went out like, oh,
so much.
I facepalmed myself. self-face about myself for saying that. And it got recorded. No, it's on the internet. Give him one more chance.
I think he's gone.
Oh, right.
How does this guy still have the armband? How is Luke Shaw start? Luke Shaw had a very bad game. I just saw Malaysia starts the game.
Yeah, I thought we played with a new signing.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, we don't want Shaw anymore. That's the point. Like, why are we setting Tellus and not Shaw?
I don't know what's happening. Like,
no, Ragnick was correct about this management. You know,
yeah,
this team and
management. Yeah,
yeah. Losing him is going to be a big mistake. Very big mistake.
Yeah, he basically told all the mistakes that the club has, and the club are like, we don't want that. Off you go.
Yeah. I feel like we're gonna get karma for that.
Yeah,
it'll come and bite us in the ass.
And after that loss, we've been linked with Anatovic, who has now apparently the move is not happening because there were racist incidents against him, and the fans had asked why are you signing a player who has racist allegations that have been proven apparently against him, and the club have been like, okay, we're not signing this guy now. And now they want to sign Rabiot, who, if you look at his stats for the last 365 days, is bad. Really, really bad. Should I put those stats up?
No, you don't have to see the stats. Yeah. At this point, it looks like that time when Liverpool was signing random players with
that is what's happening here.
At this point, we are there.
Yeah, exactly. We are there. What is the recruitment doing? Like, what are they doing? Like, do they not have how are you signing a player? I mean, and he's not even a defensive midfielder. Like, people saying he's a defensive midfielder. He played 3 games last season in defensive midfield.
That lanky ass body. He's a defensive midfielder.
He played 3 games last season in defensive midfield. He played 8 games the season before in defensive midfield. And the season before, he didn't play a single game in defensive midfield. So this guy can't really play defensive midfielder.
Haaland would break him in 2 if he plays a CDM.
Yeah. I mean, I just hope and now there are other stories coming out that he has attitude issues. His mom is his agent, who is similar situations. I mean, she's fighting with Mbappe's mother and Mbappe's
then he's suitable for United, you know, like a mess.
He's basically a Paul Pogba 2.0 with less talent but extra baggage.
More mess means then United would definitely eat him up.
Oh my god, this is just going to be a disaster. If we sign Rabiot and we don't sign anyone else, and Rabiot is our De Jong replacement, I think we might have to actually change our table. And I don't think even top 6, maybe 7th.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say not top 6. Yeah. Chelsea might do way better than
that. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in Brentford. But not the best of starts, and I hope that McTominay doesn't start. Please, God, I can't take it anymore. Not another game. Please.
Yeah, I really hope they don't use Maguire. That game, he was standing on the wrong side.
Yeah,
Varane. No, but that game before just we walked in in the tunnel, he was standing on the wrong side.
So he was standing on the wrong side, and they had to tell him, "Dude, you're standing on the wrong side. Go to the other side." And he's like, okay. And then he had to move. I'll try and put a clip here. I'll try and insert the clip for anyone who's watching it on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, what the hell is Maguire doing?
If I'd hire a psychologist just to check with him. He's not right in the head.
I don't know, man. Maguire. Oh well, we can go on about this with United and everything, but let's just move on. Let's move from one Manchester club that is so bad to another Manchester club that is actually doing really well. In Manchester City beat West Ham 0-2. Haaland.
Look, if KDB and Haaland says injury free, they're winning this season in January.
Yeah, probably.
Not January. Not January. February, March.
Somewhere there. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere there. They're winning this season easily. Look, that game was just pure dominance. Haaland was everywhere. Even though he missed a few good chances, but still he finished those 2 chances that he had. KDB is just going to make those passes every time. That squad is so good that they're willing to sell the Silva?
Bernardo Silva, right? To
Bernardo
Barcelona.
Silva, yeah. Bernardo Silva. Like, Bernardo Silva is a really good player. And if they're willing to sell him, that just says, you know what?
I mean,
GG.
yeah, exactly, right? Well, like, you might just give the league to them at this point. Like,
Yeah.
they are the only team in the Premier League that I can say they're assured to win trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like crazy.
If they finish winning all 4 trophies, I'll be
GG.
surprised.
That's it.
Yeah.
Then we'll never hear the end of it.
We'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
But then again, there are enough City fans to, so we'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I mean,
We'll
they're
be
not.
fine.
We don't. It's not like we know too many City fans, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Haaland's just insane. I thought I was a bit worried. I wasn't sure because a lot of Bundesliga players that come here haven't done really well in their first season. This guy has come to the champions and they know how to play for him, or they have managed to adapt to play for him.
It's just one game.
Yeah,
It's just one game.
it's just one game, but then they have Bournemouth up next.
Oh,
We're going to
I
be
should
saying the
captain.
same thing next week.
I should captain Haaland.
Yes, you should be captaining Haaland.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So far, it's a good start for him.
It's a good start. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's expected anyway. We
Saw
were
his
expecting him.
interviews, post-match interviews. And it was like, what was it? I need to probably link it to you. I'll put it. I can't. I don't think I can share it on here because it might be taken down. But apparently, they were. What were they asking him? Let me pull it up. Because if I add it here, the video will get like copyright strike.
Yeah, you can't have.
He was like, it's a bit shit, but that's how it is. I don't know what the question was. And they were like, oh, mind your language. And then he was like, oh, shit, sorry. This guy, dude, he is a comedy. He's like Comedy Central goal. I'll send it to you. I'll send you the link so you can check it out later. But yeah, Haaland is here to stay. And he's going to break records probably. You never know.
Yeah, look, that team doesn't need anyone except KDB and Haaland.
Yeah, I mean, they need others, but like those two are the main ones.
And just those two are the main ones.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
West Ham, nothing much. I think tough game for them. Just let's see how they
game
do.
for them.
Yeah.
Look, it was expected. It was hard to judge them against City, but I still see them finishing top 10.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Should we get into our predictions?
Yes.
Okay, let me just adjust this. All right. So predictions. These were the Gameweek 1 results. Overall, I managed to get the Crystal Palace Arsenal game correct in terms of correct game and correct score as well. So I got 2 points there. Apart from that, the only other games I managed to predict correct in terms of outcomes were Newcastle Tottenham, Newcastle Nottingham Forest, Tottenham Southampton, Everton Chelsea, and City West Ham. Those are the only games I managed to predict correct in terms of outcomes. For you managed to predict the correct outcomes for Arsenal Crystal Palace, Newcastle Nottingham Forest. I keep saying Tottenham. Newcastle Nottingham Forest, Tottenham Southampton, Leicester Brentford. You managed to predict a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that it happened to be you predicted 0-0. It ended up in a 2-2. And West Ham City. So the end result was 6 points for me, 5 points for you. So very close. Both of us had a 50% correct outcome result. Not too bad, I guess, on a first try to get 50% of the games in terms of outcomes correct. Correct score is only 10% to me, and you didn't get a correct score. So maybe you'll be looking to see and try and get a correct score for the upcoming game week. So we'll see. Having said that, do you want to go first in terms of this thing? Or I'll go first because I took the lead for this one. So I'll go first one. And the first game is Aston Villa versus Everton. Now, I'm thinking Villa win this because they're at home. So I'm going to go just with a comfortable 1-0 win. I don't think they'll score too many. But yeah, 1-0 for me. What about you?
Looking at Aston Villa's defense last game and Everton's poor attacking, it could be like Everton draws it 1-1 or Aston Villa comfortably gets 1-0, but I'll go with 1-1.
1-1 draw.
Yeah, 1-1 draw.
Okay, 1-1 draw on that side. Now, let me. So do you want to do this in a ABBA method or just one?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you want to go next for Newcastle Brighton?
Yeah. You mean Southampton Leeds?
No, I'm looking at the. Let me actually send this to you so that you also have it.
I would go with Newcastle. That's the home game for Brighton.
The tough one.
The tough one, but I'll go Newcastle winning 2-1.
2-1. Okay, I've slightly lost your audio. Might want to see something change.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now better. So you're going Newcastle 2-1.
Yeah.
I am gonna switch to I think Brighton will be able to maybe hold on again, so I'm gonna go with another 1-0 win for Brighton. We'll see how it goes. Arsenal Leicester. I think Arsenal will win this game.
Yeah.
Will they keep a clean sheet? Probably not. Maybe not. Because Leicester, I think, can score a goal. So I'm just gonna go 2-1 to Arsenal in this one.
I'm also going 2-1.
You're also going 2-1. Okay. So you're going 2-1 Arsenal, and what about Leeds Southampton?
I'll say Leeds winning 1-0.
Leeds winning 1-0 against Southampton. I am gonna go with Southampton at home. Leeds. Yeah, Leeds look pretty good. Tough one this. Yeah, fair enough. I'll actually say 2-1 to Leeds. The Leeds winning 2-1. City versus Bournemouth. Now, I'm gonna go 3-0 in this.
Yeah. Big
scoreline there. 3-0. City win comfortably. What about you?
I'll go 4-0.
4-0. Oosh. Big calls. I didn't do any of the minusing thing here because it's very hard to justify, and I don't think any of us got any of our big calls wrong per se in terms of big scorelines.
We predicted 3-0 for Liverpool to win, and then they're drawing it. So
but there was a lot of goals involved. That's why I was wondering what to do.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we'll just leave it as it is.
Yeah. So you went 4-0. What about Wolves Fulham?
I say Fulham winning 2-1.
2-1 over there. Okay.
No, actually, I would give it. It's a tough one. It could be a draw. It could be this thing. I'll give it 2-1. Fulham.
2-0.
2-1.
2-1. Okay, 2-1 to Fulham. So then let's check what mine is.
Wait, is Jimenez still injured?
Who? Jimenez? Yes.
He won't be available for.
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, then I'll say 1-0 for Fulham.
1-0 for Fulham. Okay.
Yeah, 1-0.
I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw for Fulham. So 1-1 draw over there, and Brentford versus United. 2-1 to United. I'm predicting loss, but I don't think they'll keep a clean sheet at the same time.
Yeah, same.
What about you?
I'll go 1-1.
1-1. Oh.
Gotta keep it on fast.
Why can't we just have one weekend of not having to worry about this?
We still have to play with the same team.
I mean, weekends rotate. It's not like we have Varane who's injured and anything like that. Well, fine. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, that's true. That's if he starts the same midfield.
Actually, wait. You know what? I'll be a bit more optimistic and go 1-0. 1-0 United.
Oh, you think we're keeping a clean sheet? Okay, we'll see. It's gonna end up 1-1, isn't it? And then you're gonna come and tell me, I told you it was 1-1. Okay, fair enough. What about Forest West Ham?
Predict draw. because West Ham is playing away.
Yeah.
They're still finding that form that they had last season.
Mm.
So I'd say a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw over there. Meanwhile, I think other way, because I think West Ham will get their first win and it's going to be still a tough start for Forest. 1-0 to West Ham for me.
Okay.
Now the London game, Chelsea versus Spurs. I'm going to go 2-0 to Spurs.
I'll go 2-1 for Spurs.
2-1 for Spurs for you. Okay, hold on, let me switch it over. And what do you think about the Crystal Palace Liverpool?
Liverpool winning 3-1. 3-love, yeah.
3-love. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I would say it will be a 2-0 win. Let me bring up mine. 2-0 win to Liverpool. Okay, so just running through the results. I predicted Aston Villa to beat Everton 1-0. Predicted Brighton to beat Newcastle 1-0. Arsenal to win 2-1 against Leicester. Leeds to win 2-1 against Southampton. City to win 3-0 against Bournemouth. 1-1 draw between Fulham and Wolves. United to win 2-1. West Ham to win 1-0. Spurs to win 2-0. And Liverpool to win 2-0. Meanwhile, you predicted Villa Everton to draw 1-1. Newcastle to win 2-1 against Brighton. Arsenal to win 2-1 against Leicester. Leeds to win 1-0 against Southampton. Manchester City to win 4-0 against Bournemouth. Maybe Haaland might get a hat-trick, you never know. Fulham to win 1-0 against Wolves. United to win 1-0 against Brentford. Forest to draw against West Ham 1-1. Spurs to win 2-1 against Chelsea. And Liverpool to win 3-0 against Crystal Palace. Quite a few different fixtures with different scorelines. So maybe we'll see different outcomes. We'll see what happens. But yeah, not a bad start. We'll see how we go. Whether we can retain the 50% correct outcomes, we'll see. Or maybe we can improve on it. We'll have to see how that goes as well. But yeah, that is basically the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below how did you think your team went in the opening weekend, and do you think us making fun of our own United's team performance? I don't know. Does that make it the podcast more interesting? We'll see. But yeah, comment down below, let us know. And we'll look forward to next week, and hopefully United have actually won a game. But until then, see you guys later. Thank you to Arvin. You can follow me on Twitter at DexterNathan12. And yeah, we'll see you all later. Peace out.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.